I think we have started. Hi Vinod, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for inviting me on this podcast.
Yeah, thank you for joining this podcast, and I really appreciate your time. And I was thinking about this, I want to do something together. So I launch a YouTube channel. अभी खाली बैठे तो क्या करें कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा ना सो आई लॉन्च अ यूट्यूब चैनल
हाँ, पुराने जमाने में अंताक्षरी खेलते थे हम लोग.
और आज के ज़माने में यूट्यूब चैनल लॉन्च करते सो द चैनल नेम इज रेडियो सॉरी अनफिल्टर रेडियो अभी recent है so it will take time for me to remember my own channel name. Yeah, so the channel name is Unfilter Radio. um, and the basically theme कि इसमें कोई agenda नहीं है मतलब just we have to just come and talk in general about the current affairs and what's happening in our day-to-day life. So I really wanted to invite a special guest for my first ever podcast, जिसके पास बहुत फ्री का टाइम हो और और आपके अलावा मुझे और कोई सूझा नहीं तो let me start asking you a question, uh, $1 million क्वेश्चन कि आपको बेकार होके कैसा लग रहा है.
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, पर बहुत बोर भी हो रहा है.
बाय द
So
वे
when
आपका
I
आपका सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट आपका बैकग्राउंड काफी अच्छा है.
thank you so much. So
कहाँ पे हो आप?
I'm in my village. This is Thrissur district. There's a place called Kanjarikode. So I'm there. That's a very small village. So I quit my professional work, okay, for want of a better term. In May, I was getting really bored with my professional career, how it was going. In fact, it was not going anywhere. That's one of the reasons why I quit. So, and I thought कि 6 months का मैं break लूंगा. I will try to find out if some ideas come, if I can do something on my own, or should I go back to the rat race? So now it's like 2 3 months. I'm really getting bored, but there are a lot of things I'm actually able to explore. So I'm also doing that. It isn't fun because I thought that if there is no work, I'll be very happy, but that's not the case. But it is not also very dull because it's a challenge, and somewhere I had read that you have to take the plunge someday, or you will always be just doing what everyone else is doing. It's a risk, and yeah, I've taken it.
थैंक यू फॉर दैट लॉन्ग वेरी वेल एक्सप्लेनेशन लाइक आई अप्रिशिएट दैट. तो मुझे आपको बेसिकली पूछना था लाइक यू आर इन केरला राइट नाउ एंड आई एम इन द यूनाइटेड स्टेट राइट नाउ बिकॉज ऑफ सम
My
वर्क. ये मैंने जानबूझ के बोला सो दैट पीपल नो दैट वेयर आई एम.
figures it figures. Anyway, go
Yeah,
ahead.
like uh, and I think my timing is right because right now so much is happening here in the states, and I'm able to also witness uh, यहाँ पे जो पॉलिटिक्स हो रहा है. तो मुझे कभी लगता था कि इंडिया में ही हम लोग गंदा पॉलिटिक्स करते हैं, बहुत बेकार पॉलिटिक्स करते हैं. यहाँ पे भी कुछ कम नहीं है, यहाँ पे बहुत बेकार पॉलिटिक्स से होता है. तो व्हाट्स योर व्यू, अभी जो करंट अफेयर चल रहा है इंडिया पे जो उसने यूनाइटेड स्टेट ने 50% टैरिफ का अनाउंसमेंट कर दिया. आपको क्या लगता है इससे इंडिया पीछे जाएगा या वी डोंट
No,
केयर?
we really don't care. One, because we have a very powerful prime minister. He actually has I wouldn't say he's mapped everything out. I don't think that is possible. Maybe it is. He's genuinely an exceptional individual. But he is able to formulate a good plan when there is a crisis coming. This is not the first crisis he's handling in his premiership. So I really don't think Trump is going to achieve anything out of this. In fact, I think he's going to harm more the American market than anything because now we are going to explore other markets. We will maybe go and explore untapped markets, and उसके वजह से हमें जो benefits मिलेगा because of the trade negotiations, something coming from there. I think it's a potential. Okay, I don't know whether it's a good potential or a bad potential, but it is a potential. And the way our economy is going, frankly speaking, I thought after this, prices of a lot of things in India will go up, but I have not seen that actually happening. Except for some reason in Kerala, the price of coconut oil has gone up. But I don't know why. I don't know how that has got to do with the tariff. But yeah, I've not heard of a price rise anywhere else. Okay. With the Prime Minister moving to China, Russia, and other this thing, I think he's very clear. I'm not going to be dependent on US, and it's actually one of the best business practice that you are not dependent on one client, to for your needs, because that will be very dangerous. Secondly, like I said, it will harm because I don't think US produces anything. So it is more a consumer state country than it is a producer. I mean, they do produce a lot of things, but there are a lot of things they get into the country from other countries. So this tariff war is actually going to harm US more, because the problem is going to happen is if the other countries, and this is not India, if the other countries also find markets for their products elsewhere, then it will be more expensive. I mean, it will be more easy to be more expensive when they go back to US. So I don't think it's a, and I'm very surprised because this guy is a businessman. So, or at least that is what we were told, he's a big businessman and all that. So I wouldn't think he would make such a basic mistake.
Yeah, I just want to correct you there. US does produce weapons.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So they can only sponsor
और
wars. That's
और
it.
इंडिया खरीद नहीं रहा है.
Exactly. Not only India. I think France has. So France was supposed to buy some F-35s or something from them, and they have cancelled that order. There are two, three more countries that I heard in the news that they have cancelled orders from US. Of course, it's not. I don't think it's because of the tariff. It's more of the F-35 debacle that has happened. So so it is that, and I think that India-Pakistan war helped to show the world that India is actually better off. I mean, they are better than most of the countries in arms and arsenals. So yeah, I mean, it opened the market up for us also.
Yeah, very true. So what do you think about अभी ये जो I think thanks to US and Mr. Trump, he's like after Modi, like, please nominate me. I want to desperately win this Nobel Prize. And और ऐसा सुना है मैंने, I don't know it's a fact or it's a rumors, कि he tried to call Mr. our Prime Minister 4 times and he did not respond, he did not answer. And basically his agenda was to convince him that sir please मान जाओ ना, मुझे nominate कर दो, पाकिस्तान ने कर दिया आप भी कर दो. पर मोदी ने I think very tactfully he avoided his calls. पर अभी जो पिक्चर्स अभी सामने आए, लाइक आवर प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी हगिंग पुतिन, और फिर चाइना का जो
Shizilin, Shizilin.
शिजलर.
Uh,
या
uh,
तो ठीक है, आई मीन रशिया और इंडिया का तो दोस्ती बहुत पुराना है. आई मीन वी आर लाइक अ रियली वेल टेस्टेड टाइम टेस्टेड फ्रेंड्स. पर ये आपको लग रहा है कि चाइना इज जस्ट ट्राइंग टू टेक एन अपॉर्चुनिटी विद,
it
बिकॉज
is, it
उसका
is, it
काफी
is.
टैरिफ से तो उसका काफी बिजनेस इम्पैक्ट हो गया है, उनका मार्केट उनका इकोनॉमी तो इज ऑलमोस्ट गेटिंग क्रश बिकॉज ऑफ व्हाट यूएस इज डूइंग विद देम.
Uh, See, I'm not such a expert in this field, but as for my opinion goes, uh, they are opportunists. You're right, their market is drying up because of US tariffs. Or see, suppose tomorrow if United States goes and says, okay, no tariff to China, example. I think Xi Jinping will not want to continue that relationship because it's at risk. Anytime any premier can come and say something like this, and it will affect hugely your economy. If you're like, it's true, what is true for India is also true for China. If you're dependent on one country, one set of countries or one country on your revenue, export revenue, and all, it's going to be a big problem. So the relationship between China and India, opportunistic, completely opportunistic. I mean, we are still having border wars going on, as in border fights. Sorry, not wars,
Hmm.
fights going on. But yeah, it is opportunity. We are trying to look at the market. The second thing I also think is, since the market was drying up for China after COVID, because all the countries started blaming China, which I don't know whether it's true or not, but looking at the evidence, it looks like China was the one who spread COVID. But anyway, whatever it is, uh, so it was drying up. So now, which is the second most, or I mean, currently we are the most populous. Sorry, the most populous country where they can dump their goods. It's India. So it's an win-win opportunity for them. They get out of US. If the US companies get out of China, as I mean, as the market is saying that most of the countries are getting out of China and they are looking for other markets for manufacturing and all, that will make a huge impact for them. What happens to their local industry? I mean, you can't just kick out all that people and think that the economy will run through. So they might want to continue doing what they're doing, but now they will have to find their own markets, which is outside US. And like I said, the most populous country is India. So dumping everything in India is okay. Then there is Russia. And I think most of the Southeast Asia is literally left unexplored as far as the EXIM market is concerned, export import market is concerned. So I don't know. Africa now with Prime Minister Modi bringing the African countries to the G20 summit. It was a huge message. I think Modi was already, besides this tariff thing, I think Modi was already exploring whether he can go to other markets rather than the US, because I mean that could be one of the reasons why he got African countries into G Summit. So yeah, I mean yes, it is opportunistic, and I don't think anyone in the world today is misguided on this saying that we are becoming friends. I mean, Chanakya also said your friendship with other kingdoms is generally more political, more economical than, I mean, I think if it's my opinion, then I think except Israel, we cannot count on any other country, including Russia, although you're saying it's time tested, to be there when we need them the most. Okay. Yeah, Russia is closer. That of course, I think anyone is closer than China with India. So Russia is closer, but I think the way you're discussing the relation, or you're trying to depict that relation, I think that kind of relation, I think we only have with Israel, and it's more not because our past prime ministers maintained that relationship. No, it is not because of that. It is because we helped them at the most opportune moment when they were really kicked out in World War. They were really kicked out by other countries. We were the one who gave them a place to stay, and without any restrictions and all. And there, I mean, those guys who went back to Israel, I think they have been teaching this to their kids, and I think we should thank them that we have such a good friend in Israel because of that. So I guess that is it. About the Nobel Peace Prize, I think he deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. I mean, if people can give Yasser Arafat the Nobel Peace Prize for the one who bought out PLO, the first terrorist organization, I think deserves the Peace Prize, whether he's done anything or not.
But I think, I mean, Yasir Arafat thing was a rumor. I don't think so. He ever
No, no,
won
no. He
Nobel
got
Peace.
a no, 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 no.
Really?
He's won a yeah. He's won a I mean you can check that out, but I don't know why. Recently, I went and checked this. Recently, being a year or so back, because this came in one of the news items. I don't remember why it was there, but one of the news channels, it was, they were discussing this, and I went and checked then, and yeah, I saw that he's won a Nobel Peace Prize.
Let's do one thing. We'll ask our viewer to comment. If this is true or not.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And I hope we'll find some viewers.
That's okay. I mean, we can always go to Google God and check it. In
Okay.
fact, you know what? I'll do that right now.
No, no, it's okay. Let our viewers to find it. Okay. I know I have two loyal viewers, so they will surely watch.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay. Coming back to China, I mean, yeah, that's a very well-known fact that they are friends for temporary, like because what US is doing with them.
But
Uh,
I mean, I don't think that is wrong, right? That is part of your political landscape.
I mean, that's after all, that's a business. Okay, that's business. But um, what I think, and what I want, the one thing that before this summit, I think I forgot their name. It's not easy to remember their people name. I think they're um, some high top minister was in India. He had a meeting with Narendra Modi and other important minister. So one thing they discussed, that they decided to form a committee who's going to review the border disputes, and their aim, at least what they are spoken to the media, their aim is to, they really want to get rid of the dispute forever. So they first want to start with the areas which are less disputed. तो वो लोग क्या करेंगे,
Ah, you mean the border dispute? Okay,
या
okay.
बॉर्डर डिस्प्यूट, तो वो बॉर्डर डिस्प्यूट में वो लोग वहां से चालू करेंगे जहाँ पे अभी कम फ्रिक्शन है. तो because that's easy target, and then they will go to the other areas where there is a lot of friction. और उसमें से नेपाल को थोड़ा, नेपाल was objecting, saying कि अरे guys, what are you doing, you have mutually decided, and फिर you decided कि ये बॉर्डर यहाँ से जाएगा, फिर वो बॉर्डर यहाँ से जाएगा, और बीच में हम लोग भी है, तो नेपाल अपना ही रो रहा है. तो ठीक है, आई मीन, I don't know, India really consider Nepal or not, but they are our good friends. I mean, they were part of us. ठीक है. But मुझे बोलना था कि आपने जो एक पॉइंट बोला कि China will try to dump all their goods, like India will eventually, it's a market, they want to sell everything here. But मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि as a citizen of India, and I'm sure like we have a lot of wise people in India, like very smart buyers. We are known for our negotiation skill. And I think we should, even if China is trying to dump it, we should have that wisdom inside us that, यार, I don't want to buy that product. ठीक है, सस्ते में मिल रहा है, दो पैसा बचाने के लिए, I don't want to. I really want to go for make in India products.
Yeah, but that is what I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
Hmm.
this is you and me talking. We are very nationalistic, maybe, but I wouldn't say I'm the most patriot or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, we are nationalistic and we think this way. But just imagine the Prime Minister asked us to boycott US products. I mean, it's not a national mandate. He just requested that if you stop buying US products, it will give rise to our market and we will get good products here, right? And have you seen any much of a change? I mean, I talked to a few of my friends when that message came in WhatsApp. We have these WhatsApp groups and all, and I kept sending it to people. And one of the reactions I got is, I mean, it was like, instead of Coca-Cola, you drink this. Instead of Gillette products, you use this, kind of thing. So they were like, yeah, rather than changing all this, let's change Modi. So I was like, I mean, I don't know why people are so concentrated on Modi to begin with.
Uh-huh.
His message was that you buy Indian products. It was not like vote for BJP or something like that. It was a simple message: buy your own products, you will increase your GDP, your country's GDP.
Hmm.
But instead, that response that came was, "Arey Modi ko badal do." And we are so, I mean, uh, uh, somewhere I had read that, if an Indian goes to Korea or Hong Kong or China, they're not that much respected. And one of the reasons, apparently, one of the guys who are staying in those countries, they went and asked their friends, you're friends with us, I mean, you party with us and all, but you never call us home. Why is that? And apparently, that person said, you are the only country where the Britishers came and they used your people to kill your own people. In China or Hong Kong or Korea, we never supported the foreigners. We never joined their army. They had to bring their own people here to rule us. Of course, we were a small country; it was easy for them to do. But yours are the only country where your own people killed your own citizens. So I mean, the way it looks like, all we think about is how to make money. So it's a sad case, and I think it is largely true. We have no nationalistic spirit per se. When I say we, it doesn't mean all of us, but majority of us don't have any nationalistic spirit, is what I understand. Because
We,
a
yeah.
premier coming and sorry, just 2 minutes, a premier coming and giving you this message. First of all, he shouldn't be giving the message. As soon as you see the political climate, you as a citizen should be boss. Forget American products. I will not buy one American product from now. Okay, जो है मेरे पास वो है. That's okay. But I will not in future buy any American product. This should be that comes from the people. It should not come from a political party or a leader. So I don't know. I mean, and I'm not only talking about friends, huh? Even my cousins and all. I try to tell them don't drink Coke, have Parle Ji ka this. Hey, I mean, what everyone does it. Why should I do it like this? Or why should I sacrifice? So yeah.
या तो एक्चुअली मैं ये बोलना चाहता कि कि वी एग्जैक्टली डू अपोजिट अगर हम लोग को बोला ये मत करो हम लोग वही करेंगे. आई थिंक इट्स अ ह्यूमन नेचर मे बी कि हम लोग को वो
No, no, no. It's not a human
यू नो
nature. I have not seen the. I mean, I've been to a lot of countries, you know that as part of my work, this thing and all. How they speak, however, see, they might curse their prime ministers, whoever is the leader, but they still have pride of their country, their culture, and this is very lacking in India. You can say Britishers came, they killed our culture, they screwed our education system. All said and done, I still don't see that national pride. I am like a and just imagine, we still call this India after 76 years of freedom. We don't say it is Bharat. So that and when I generally I would say I got to know about these things at the age of around 30, 35 or something like that. And I started getting taking pride in who I am, and all that. Whether it is bad, good, it doesn't matter, but having pride in that. So when I say that I'm a Bharatiya, I've actually seen Indians saying, "Arey, sala." That time there was no BJP, but now if I say it is like, "Arey, this is a BJP guy." So it is. I mean, I don't know why we are like that. I really don't know why we are like that. I mean, it's very sad that we are like that. पहले तो हम बोल सकते हैं हमारे पास we could blame Britishers, Mughals, the family who ruled us for 70 years or 60 whatever odd years. We could have blamed all of them. अभी किसको blame करेंगे? अभी तो you have a nationalistic party there. They are thinking about the citizens, about Bharat. But no, I don't want to be called a Bharati. I want to be an Indian.
आई थिंक उस मामले में आई रियली एडमायर जापानीज जापानीज पीपल
Yes.
दे आर सो नेशनलिस्टिक बहुत राष्ट्रवादी
Yeah. बहुत-
मतलब मैंने कुछ recently I was watching a video and they were saying like कि they always want to buy their homegrown products.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
They want they see they will learn every language, but the communication at the national level is Japanese. They don't speak any other language, right? I mean, this now when the prime minister went, they actually spoke in Hindi. They had those Sanskrit slogans going on,
Yeah.
which is very amazing. Huh? I mean, a foreign country, out of respect for this man, they actually learn your language and recite slogans or sorry sloks in that language. We should be so prideful that are wah, kind of thing. But you try to do that in India, and people were like, "We are secular nation." I don't know what that means, but yeah.
उससे मुझे याद आया था जो अपना रिसेंटली कुंभ मेला हुआ था कितने सारे फॉरेनर्स आई थिंक वी हैड मोर देन
You mean the
मिलियन
Mahakumbh, right?
हाँ महाकुंभ जो अभी हुआ था उसमें मोर देन 1 मिलियन फॉरेनर्स आए थे और जिनका भी इंटरव्यू लिया था उन्होंने they were all speaking in Hindi. They were chanting Sanskrit shlokas. And personally, I was so happy to see, कि like, and I was telling people here, कि back in my country, what's happening? India में क्या हो रहा है? And I'm so like unfortunate that I'm not able to go and witness that. कितना 147 years में ही वो महाकुंभ आया.
Yeah, 142. It's count of 12. So I think it is 144.
Yeah,
144.
144 years में once in a lifetime opportunity. But ठीक है,
I
but I
was
was
there.
happy. Yeah, you were lucky you were there, and I saw many foreigners, and they were like crying. They were literally crying.
Yeah.
And that time, the thing which I like, no one judge India. Like no one judge India. No one
They
judge
all
about.
had good things to say
Yeah.
about my country, but there were people inside my country who were talking dirt about that event. You don't believe in this, it's not a problem. I mean, you don't have to be a believer, okay? But why do you want to spread rumors, say bad things about a event that is happening, which is going to happen in once in 144 years, where internationally people are there. The government is going out of their way to do. See, I won't say that they were like it was like a smoothest event. No, it was not. But controlling that kind of crowd coming to a particular space and still going without any major events, any major not events, sorry, any major catastrophe. I think that was amazing. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've been switching from one topic to another topic, but all are interesting topic, and your insights are really good. I hope our viewers will enjoy our bakwas. Yeah,
आज का बकवास.
आज का bakwas. Yeah, that's a very good title. So another thing, what's happening here is like so. Uh, I think US is trying to play a good cop and good cop and bad cop here. तो वहां से ट्रम्प बोल रहा है कि कुछ भी हो जाए मैं टैरिफ कम नहीं करेगा, आई एम गोना पनिश इंडिया। और उसका कोई एक मिनिस्टर है, आई ऑलवेज फॉरगेट हिज नेम, नवाब।
I know that bugger has been saying very rotten things, and there has now
या
been not been much
लाइक
reactions from here,
मोदी इज इन
like
बेड
saying
विथ
that
रशिया और पुतिन इज
no,
इन बेड
no. He
विथ
also said that this oil trade is
इज अ
benefiting
मोदिस वॉर।
Brahmins. No,
या
no, Brahmins.
या
I just when I first heard it, I thought he meant something else, and that pronunciation, because of that pronunciation, it's sounding Brahmins. But then I confirmed it in the news with a lot of people who reacted and saying that what nonsense is he talking about? So अपना क्या नाम है उसका? Ambani is a Brahmin, you know that. According
और
to him, huh?
अंबानी
और
सोचता रहेगा ये कब हो गया, मैं ब्राह्मण कब बन गया।
I mean, it is so stupid bringing something as as stupid as Brahmins are benefiting from this.
या
ये क्या है मतलब? And the problem is people here are ready to swallow that क्योंकि किसी
या
गोरे ने बोला है.
या yeah, some section of our society really wants to, yeah, because it is suiting to their agenda, so it's okay. But so there is one team who's like saying dirt things about India. There is another team from Tom's team who's saying, oh no, no, we are very close partners, and our relationship is like blooming, और हम लोग काफी आने वाले टाइम में हम लोग we gonna sign a lot of trade deal. So I think what US is trying to do, or maybe it is their desperate attempt to save their relationship, because a lot of intelligence, who are neutral, they are saying that, from the last 20 years, what US has been doing to build the relationship with India, अभी ये जो करंट गवर्नमेंट ने इन अ स्पैन ऑफ लाइक 2 or 3 months पूरा डिस्ट्रॉय कर दिया।
So
एंड इंडिया
I was listening to this interview. I forgot the gentleman's name. He was part of Trump's administration in his previous term, and because he was, I think he and few of members like him were pretty vocal, saying that what you're doing is wrong. Because apparently now Trump is more like I only want yes guys. I don't want anyone questioning my authority. So he was one of the few people who were like that, not questioning, but trying to direct him into a right space. So I saw his interview. I forgot the gent's name, and he
आई
was
थिंक इज अ
saying,
लिटिल ओल्ड गाय, राइट।
yeah, yeah, very
या
old guy, specky old guy. I forgot his name.
ही वाज, आई नो,
So
एंड फिर उसने, आई एम सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट, फिर उसने एफबीआई को उसके पीछे लगा दिया।
see, I don't know about that. What he was saying was, and it was an interview with a Indian guy, and he was saying that, see, what today this is a government which is going to go away in 3 years now. I think it's only 3 years left, right? 2 years का term खत्म हो गया. So 3 years they are going to go away. Our
नहीं सर,
relationship with
2 years कहाँ खत्म हुए, अभी तो उसको
sorry
5 महीना
4 years. They're only four
देयर फॉर
years,
फोर
right?
ईयर्स बट अभी उसको
Ah,
कुछ
so
आई थिंक हार्डली कुछ 6 मंथ हुआ रहेगा आके।
so 3.5 years. I mean, he was saying this. So 3.5 years may he's going to go away. This government is going to go away. But our relation is not so finicky that because of one administration we will lose it. I truly don't believe that. It's as good as saying that my father is insulting you, but I am very friends with you. That doesn't work that way. You know, it doesn't work that way. So I don't agree with a lot of people saying that our relations will. I mean, we will have a relation. Trade is trade, business is business. But I don't think it will be like a smooth thing that we had. But anyway, speaking about US relationships, I think it was always opportunistic. In fact, it was more opportunistic than the Chinese part because they always used to use Pakistan as a danda, as a stick to change our policies. So they were not really friends. And if we believe this what do you call that? The organizations that are working within US to to destabilize our country, and I don't think we ever had this relation per se that we are talking about, right? Okay, they are a big country. They are a nuclear power. They are good arsenal and all. But today India has also proved that, boss, we are there. We are nowhere behind. Okay, we might not be the top, but we are a very decent this thing that you can't have a long war with us if you're talking about war. And the definition of war today has changed, right? It is all about software rather than men actually fighting the battle.
Mm.
Okay, so killing your power, killing your water source, killing your, I mean, these your natural resources basically. Killing all those is what the war is all about. How do I use a software to get into your nuclear power and blast it off without you doing any, without you able to, help and stave that off? How to remove electricity from your country that you're all completely in the dark, that kind of a thing. And that way, it is a little dangerous because even today, the softwares that we are using are all US softwares. So it is very easy for them to switch off an Instagram or a WhatsApp or a Facebook, and you're completely in the dark because that's where your information network is. And there are a lot of nationalists who have been for a long time now. It is not just recent that we have been saying that India requires its own software, its own hardware. Like a Microsoft or like a iOS. You require your own software. You require. China has its own Facebook. China has its own WhatsApp. I think. I think there's something like
Mm.
an Instagram that they have, which they run on their own network. Yeah, people say it is for policing. Maybe I'm not saying no because it's more of a dictatorial country than a democratic country. But what I'm saying is they have their own backbone. So it's not easy for US to disable them, but it is so easy for US or any other country to disable us by just going into Facebook or whatever. So yeah, I mean, relationship wise, I don't think. I mean, that relation was very superficial, for want of a better word. Yeah, it was there. US used to promise a lot of things. They used to not deliver, but since they were a superpower, we used to okay, be okay, okay, okay. Now we are not running behind them, and I think that's really bothering them. That we are becoming more independent. We are not, running behind them. Please, please, please take us also in this thing. And the way our prime minister has shown strength in all these foreign meetings that has been happening, where he's being termed as the boss. I think that was the Australian PM who said he's the boss. You know, so and he's actually being so diplomatic, so right yet so decisive that our picture in the global market is, when I say market, it's just does not mean economical. The globally, it's changing a lot. So relationship wise, I don't think we give a damn. Uh, would we have been be able to achieve this make in India thing? We could have if at least 80% of our people stop buying foreign products and switch to Indian products. I think we'll kill all the global market. Okay. Now, one of the things that we say is, "Arey, India doesn't have an iPhone." Yeah, it doesn't have an iPhone, but where was the opportunity there? The previous family, they didn't give a damn about India, right? And the new one can only do something if you are going to support them. So if you buy one India phone, I know it will have hundreds of chengs and whatever, whatever, whatever. But if you keep supporting that market will grow eventually into something that is as good as an iPhone or a, I don't know, Samsung or I don't know, whichever phone is, this thing.
Lava.
So whatever. So what I'm saying is, where is that opportunity being given? So I maybe not if 80%, but at least 60-70% of people buy Indian goods. It will turn. It will turn. It will bring our GDP further. It will. We will. Be again one of the biggest manufacturing. I mean, we have that opportunity, and as per the census and all, we have this. we have the people. We have a very young crowd today in India that is, oh, I mean, that compared to anywhere in the world is much better off than, because most of the countries, they're all old people. The young people are all little kids, so they still have to grow up. So we are in that space. It all depends. See, I think as a country, as a set of people, as a citizen, I should not be worried about whether I am close to US or China or Pakistan or Russia or Israel or whoever. I should be in that term that if I support my country, if I support my country completely, okay, I am creating an opportunity for myself, as in my future, and for the future generations that are going to come after me. I mean, that should be our goal. It should not be that we should surpass US or surpass UK. Why are we comparing ourselves with anyone? We should be thinking of how we make our future better. Okay, sorry, how we make our future generations future better than what was ours. That should be our goal.
Right. Just coming back to one little thing, like you again stated a very interesting fact about, like, the war is not about people anymore, it's more about softwares. तो मैं इमेजिन कर रहा था, लाइक यूएस बोल रहा है इंडिया को F-16 खरीद लो यार, F-16 खरीद लो, क्या है रशिया के पास, क्या है ये सब, हमसे ले लो। और सोचो वो निगोशिएशन में वो लोग सब बैठे और बोल रहे कि यार मैं खरीद तो लूंगा, लेकिन तू कंट्रोल अपने पास रखेगा, तो जब वॉर होगा मुझे प्लेन उड़ाना है, तू वहां पे किल स्विच दबा देगा।
That's a fact, but
या इट्स अ फैक्ट
I
या।
don't know about F-16s, but F-35, you cannot use F-35 against any NATO country. And you're right, US can do a kill switch kind of a thing that your planes don't fly. That's a big risk. I am giving money. I want to use the product as I want. It's a normal consumer thing. I mean, अगर मैं तुमसे कुछ खरीद रहा हूँ, मैं खरीदने के बाद तुम बोल नहीं सकते इसका यूसेज कैसा करना है, वो मेरे पे है. I will decide it. That's a basic thing. So I don't know what kind of trade US is setting up, but I agree. I don't want to be paying money and then dependent on that other country, the producer country, to use the product as they see fit.
एंड इंडिया इज बिकमिंग अ ट्रेंड सेटर इन अ वे दैट आई थिंक यूएस ने जापान के सामने ट्रेड डील रखा, और कुछ भी वियर्ड था, मतलब मुझे कुछ लॉजिक समझा नहीं कि, लाइक, यूएस बोला कि मैं 15% टैरिफ लगाएगा तुझे, तुमको $450 बिलियन यूएस में इन्वेस्ट करना है, और रिटर्न में कुछ एक्सपेक्ट भी मत करो।
और तारीफ भी एक्सेप्ट करो, नहीं नहीं, रिटर्न में टैरिफ एक्सपेक्ट करो.
हाँ,
ऐसा
टैरिफ में
थोड़ी है.
लगेगा। ऐसा नहीं कि तू 450 बिलियन डॉलर इन्वेस्ट कर रहा है तो मैं टैरिफ नहीं लगाएगा, वो तो तेरे पे 15% में लगाएगा ही। और तू $450 बिलियन यूएस में लगाएगा, और उसमें से कोई प्रॉफिट मत एक्सपेक्ट करना, वो सारा हम लोग रखेंगे। और जापान रेडी भी हो गया था। आई मीन देवर सीरियसली थिंकिंग, वो लोग सोचे थे कि मैं $450 बिलियन, तो मैं कहाँ से मुझे लोन मिल सकता है, सिक्योर्ड लोन। लेकिन जब उन्होंने इंडिया इंडिया को देखा कि यार यूएस वहां से बोल रहा है कि इंडिया पे 25%, अगर उन्होंने नहीं किया तो 50%, और इंडिया का कोई रिएक्शन ही नहीं है, जीरो रिएक्शन। इंडिया बोल रहा है कि हाँ ठीक है, हाँ ओके, लगा ले। पर आई थिंक दैट in a way motivated other countries and made them think कि probably they they took some hasty decisions। जैसे जापान ने बोला कि ठीक है अभी तक मैंने साइन नहीं किया है, मुझे नहीं करना है भाई डील तेरे से।
हम्म, हम्म.
तो वो इंडिया का रिएक्शन देख के जापान ने डिसाइड किया।
Uh, See, I really don't know. The rumor is what you're saying is right. I mean, that is what I've heard, but we don't know. Japan has not said कि हमने इंडिया को देख के किया है. But it was
ऑफ
a good
कोर्स,
decision.
ऑफ कोर्स,
It was a good
आई मीन
decision.
कोई नहीं बोलेगा कि मैंने, बिकॉज इट्स एट द एंड ऑफ द डे इट्स मोर ऑफ अ डिप्लोमेटिक रिलेशनशिप, और जापान आई थिंक काफी हद तक यूएस पे डिपेंड भी है। आई मीन
बहुत डिपेंड है, बहुत डिपेंड है.
दे आर एली, तो जापान को ही पता है कल को चाइना अगर उन पे कुछ, चाइना से अगर कुछ उनको ट्रबल हो रहा है तो आई डोंट थिंक सो इंडिया, इंडिया इज नॉट एक्टिवली, इंडिया इज ऑलवेज न्यूट्रल, इट डजंट actively participates or say that कि, I am from this side or that side। I am India will say कि the war is not the solution, ऐसा अपना एक स्टैंडर्ड स्टेटमेंट आ जाता है। पर
Well, being neutral, so I don't think we are neutral like Switzerland. Okay,
I
but
think we are
we
very
will.
focused. I would say the neutral
No,
because we
no,
are very
no, no, no,
focused.
no, no,
Hmm.
no, no. Let me complete. What I'm trying to say is how we will send arms and ammunition. We will send goods like foods and all that, medicines and all. So we do contribute. Yes, we don't contribute directly to the war by sending our own people there, but that should how I think each country should be, right. Why should I send my people in somebody else's war until unless it is affecting me? Okay. For example, suppose Japan is the corridor through which China can come and attack me. Japan is in between, like I'm just saying, geographically, suppose China was here, Japan was here, and India was here, and they are attacking Japan, then it's a very clear thing the next attack is going to be me. Then I'm being defensive. I'm sending military support to Japan. So not because I'm friends with Japan, because I know if Japan goes down, they are the country that is going to come between me and you. But geographically, that is not true. Japan is somewhere else. China is somewhere else. We are somewhere else. So it doesn't make sense. Secondly, uh, we don't have ideological wars, right? We generally have wars for territory, some political aspiration, some economical aspiration. How is it helping me sending my troops in there? Like you said, the US expected Japan to invest there without any returns. So what is my return? Finally, as a country, I have to think, see, my prime minister is being elected to think about my people, not about Japan. I mean, that's a straight thing. Of course, there are a lot of underlying things that my prime minister got elected, but I'm not into that. What I'm trying to say is, basically, my prime minister got elected to think about my people, as in India, as in Bharat, as in Bharatiyas, not about Japan or the Japanese or Ukraine or whoever. So I don't think this is neutrality. This is basically, what do I get out of it? Why do I poke my nose there? For example, tomorrow, suppose I poke my nose there, I help Japan in the war, and tomorrow Japan and China become friends. What happens to me then?
Hmm.
I'm screwed. Begane shadi pe Abdullah Divana. Not that way.
Hmm.
So why should I poke my nose into there until unless I've got some treaty with them saying that when you if you're going to war with these people, then I will support you or something like that. I don't see the need to jump into someone else's war. You remember Trump also won this election saying all these shit things only. Why am I fighting somebody else's war? Why I'm doing this? Why I'm doing that? And anyway, but that's a fact. I mean, I as a citizen of my country would expect my premier, my prime minister think about me, my country, not about some other country. I mean, see, there is empathy, but you can't be sympathizer. You can be an empathizer. You cannot be a sympathizer. As part of empathy, I will send you medical supplies, essential foods and grains, maybe arms and ammunitions. But I won't be sympathetic that I'll send my troops there to die for you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's that's. I mean, that's a truth. I mean, uh, yeah. So I think the we are into a very interesting time. AI things are happening, and maybe this is the topic we can discuss in our next podcast. So
Oh, that's such a that's such a murky topic. The more I learn about it, the more I'm lost.
yeah,
I've been in the technical field for the last almost 20 odd years. With AI, I'm always lost. AI इकडे ना.
so, अपने लिए
That
नया
is a
नहीं
good one. That is a good one. Yeah,
है.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. See, AI is a good topic. Maybe next time we should. I mean, even if we have, I think, 100 episodes, we will still scratch the surface because every day something new is happening there. AI is here. A lot of people say it is just a boom, it's just a trend, it will go away. I doubt it because, see, there are a lot of things that AI is today doing or supposed to be doing, which is actually helping us. grow better. So it is about how do you perceive this. When computers came, people said, "Arey, humans will lose their job. Now everything computer will do, we will have no jobs. There will be a lot of problems and all that." That didn't happen. In fact, we managed to learn how to operate computers and make business using computers. So maybe AI is also something like that. Tomorrow, will AI take over the world? I don't know. I really don't have an answer for that. Are we
Let's keep
there
this for
today?
yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
This is very
yeah.
interesting conversation, So I think let's keep this conversation for our next podcast. But I remember one. I think that went really viral, और शायद आपने भी देखा रहेगा कि the topic was AI. So one side, Rahul Gandhi was giving his understanding about AI, and another side, Anna Malai was explaining AI, and there was such a vast difference, the way
That
they were
guy,
explaining.
that guy cannot explain his own life, and you are expecting him to explain AI. I mean, have you
Let's
heard of people being in cloud? Yeah, yeah, cloud. You know, cloud is one of the AI things. He's always in a cloud. I don't know what mushroom he smokes, but that guy's anyway.
okay. So anyway, I think let's conclude our podcast. And I think it's been a fantastic conversation last 45 minutes. I really enjoyed. So thank you. I think our first ever podcast, and you share so much of insight about various topics. So that talks about how much free time you have nowadays. You know.
You are bang on the button. You hit the nail on the head.
So uh, let's also do like we'll ask our subscribers, जो दो subscriber है कि what topic they would like to have next time, on this channel, Unfiltered Radio. So we can come
See,
prepared.
I have a view here.
Hmm.
We are unfiltered radio. Whether someone tells us what topic they would like to hear or not, this is about us, right? So let's talk whatever we want to talk. All right? Yeah,
Of
okay.
course,
Their views are always
no, we
welcome.
respect yeah, we respect their views, we welcome their views, and if they give us
But
some
this is
interesting
a
topic,
this is a this is the आज का बकवास.
आज
So
का
we will do
बकवास
that बकवास.
आज का बकवास और बिना मांगा ज्ञान सोशल मीडिया पे
True, very true.
चलो I think okay, that's all then, thank you so much, Vinod. Let's see, let's find a time for our next podcast. वैसे
I'm actually, this would have been more engaging if Avinash had joined us. I don't know what happened. So let me check out with him what happened because he was all ready. And
yeah,
then I don't know why he just dropped out. Maybe
yeah,
in the
yeah,
next podcast he will be there. Or
I
maybe
think
we will treat him as a guest. Whenever we run out of topics or we want some other view, we will bring him in.
I think we will never ever run out of topic, but I think let's have Avinash, next session because कोई तो बिहारी होना चाहिए यार.
Don't call him Bihari, he doesn't like it. He's what? Oh, he's from Jharkhand.
No, what I mean to say that his
I
views.
know. I call him a Bihari. Don't worry. But I'm saying he says, I'm not Bihari, I'm from Jharkhand.
Okay. So thank you. Let's end our podcast here, and we'll come up with a new, entertaining, more engaging video next time, and we'll try to get other people, who are like velas like us, have nothing to do. चलो फिर.
Yeah.
Take
On that
care.
topic,
Yeah.
Namaste. Jai Hind.
Namaste. Jai Hind. Bye bye.
Bye.